content roadmap. And at least from my angle, Natalia, I really learned a lot. Tremendous and great speakers from Viseven. And I would say there is no surprise that Viseven is absolutely the major leader when it comes to the content creation, and certainly from this aspect, I would say that Pharma can really learn a lot. Natalia, what are your actually biggest learnings of today's masterclass?
First of all, thank you very much, Dario, and everyone who was able to be with us today or will be seeing this in recording. So I loved the format because this format allows sharing, allows making sure like we are delivering some value. I loved the format very much. Another like opening today during this session, there were very nice questions. Some of them like why we really think that personalization, omni-channel, dynamic content is the key, why it is happening, why it is so much important to all of us. This really strikes to prepare the best answer to that, right? So like to think together how our lives will be digitized in the next couple of years even more, right? So today we have everything, every physical entrance is connected to our biometrics through scanning and everything. So we are already prepared to that change. However, that would be more. So our physical places will be even more digitized. I think this triggers to do what we are doing with content, with our way to communicate, with connection of the digital channels, with the channels in the real life. This is the key to make sure we are successful in that. Then empathy of communication will scale. So I truly believe, like, despite what happens today, that empathy and will be even more precious value in the future. So we will really use it a lot, communicating with each other. Then, like brands with which we are working today and the future brands, they will in the next couple of years, they will be used to have end-to-end marketing ecosystem, which with the personalized approaches. So that would be already the commodity, will be the commodity, and not something we are struggling and establishing today. That's why it is worth to develop, worth to go forward, to continue with that and be successful.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Natalia. If I may, I mean, let's say that someone who never did incremental modular content development, I believe that many of those companies, and unfortunately there are still many pharma companies in that segment, what would be your best advice to start this modular content journey? I mean, at least my vision is start small and then scale, right? And I think that this should absolutely be applied also on the content perspective. But please, you're the expert.
I think we have to be not scared to experiment, because sometimes, very often, exactly, we are scared to start the experiment because we think it is very massive. The implication of the results will be huge, and you can understand today we had very neatly planned communication cycles in pharma, so that we have precisely calculated how many pieces of digital content we will be needing. So what we will be doing with that now, with the change, with the modular content, we can understand how massive the change will be, and how the huge impact will be, and how it is different from what we used to have, and what the change management from the change management perspective, how tremendous this change is. And usually when we see all of that, then we understand like situation, maybe in budgeting, in planning, in economy, and we see like there is not enough power this year or the next year, we might be freaking out with this idea and never starting this, right? So my advice would be to experiment, to create the appetite for proof of concept, to start, and do not this famous fail fast. Do not be scared if from the very beginning you will be not really as successful as you see yourself. But yes, try to experiment, try to make sure like you are having with the smallest brand, with the smallest geography, you try the approach, you understand how you can scale it, and you are not scared about trying it. So this is my advice. You need to try it to understand what modular content can do for you, how you can success with it within the omni-channel strategy, and how your customers win.
Fantastic, Natalia. With that final thoughts, I would like to thank you for taking part and together with your team at this Viseven Next Masterclass. Hope that we can very soon during next year arrange another one, because we see that the audience is still very keen and open for learning all about modular content and the future of content. So from our end, thanks a lot. It was a pleasure from preparation till execution. And as you already mentioned it, all of those sessions will be available on our official YouTube channel. Natalia, thanks a lot.
Dario, thank you very much. Amazing support from your side, as always. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.